Hello, ma'am. The
Hello.
meeting is live on Facebook
Okay.
and the recording is started. So you may.
Saurabh ji, should we start then? Saurabh ji,
Yeah, I can start, ma'am, whenever you want.
okay. I'll just give an intro. Sir, we are starting then.
Okay, no problem. Please go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all to the webinar on how to accelerate your career during and after COVID crisis, organized by the IQAC of Atmaram Sanatan Dharma College in collaboration with the placement cell of ARST College. On behalf of IQAC, I welcome Mr. Saurabh Mittal, CEO and co-founder of Passionately Curious. Sir, we are really honored that you took out time for us to speak on such a relevant and pertinent topic, as many students who had been placed in different companies face uncertainty because of the COVID pandemic. Now I invite the principal of the college, Dr. Gyantosh Kumar Jha, under whose able guidance and motivation, we were able to host numerous webinars in the lockdown period. And we are also organizing a faculty development program 5th to 11th June on research methodology, tools and techniques in collaboration with TLC Ramanujan College. I call our principal to welcome the guest and say a few words of motivation to us.
Thank you, Vinita. Good morning to all. On behalf of the Atmaram Sanatan Dharma College, I welcome Mr. Saurabh Mittal and all the participants in this webinar. It's a very relevant subject, and Mr. Saurabh is going to deliver his lecture on how to accelerate your career in COVID-19, during and after COVID-19. In fact, it's a big question for every student, and especially for those who are doing their uh, final year, and they are preparing for their examination. So they are very curious, as anxious about their career. And whatever we are reading in the newspaper and all from all corners, we are getting information that job opportunities has decreased now, and now it's in decreasing way. So it's a very good topic to get these kind of mantras from any expert, that how to accelerate their career and and get career opportunities in these time of crisis. Once again, I welcome Mr. Saurabh and all the participants, and I'm thankful to webinar committee for organizing, and placement cell, of course, Mr. Asutosh Bandhu for organizing this webinar. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Dr. Ashutosh Vishwabandhu, placement in charge of our college, to carry forward this program.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, sir. Good morning to all the participants. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce the guest speaker for today's webinar, Mr. Saurabh Mittal. Mr. Mittal is the CEO and co-founder of Passionately Curious, which is an attempt to challenge the traditional ways in which students choose and prepare for their career. He has almost a decade of experience in the education sector, working on increasing creativity and building aptitude through innovations in pedagogy and technology. An alumnus of Faculty of Management Studies, University of Delhi, Mr. Mittal has also experience of working in the corporate sector through his stint in the investment banking firm JP Morgan. He will be speaking on a topic very relevant in the current situation. The topic of his talk is how to accelerate your career during and after COVID crisis. So without taking any further time, I would like to invite Mr. Saurabh Mittal to deliver his lecture. Sir, please.
Thank you, Ashutosh sir. Thank you, Vinita ma'am. Thank you, Gyantosh sir. I just have a few requests before I begin. So all the students, I really want you to participate with me through chat. So whenever I'm explaining something, you can write yes, no, maybe, not sure. If you agree with me, that's good. If you don't agree, it's okay. But just be participative. I want it to be an engaging session. Secondly, like I will be talking about a lot of things, so I'll share these notes to all of you through the placement team, so you don't need to worry about that. But yes, if you have a notepad and pen handy, so you can take notes for whatever, and there are certain exercises for which I would need you to do that. So I'll start with, can I get a okay or yes on the chat from all of you so that I know who all is participating? If you can do that. Yeah, all right. So just if everybody can be participative, then that will be much better for me. Yeah, all right, thank you. So I'll start. I hope everybody can see my screen. Ashutosh sir, my screen is visible, right? Understanding our behavior in the COVID situation. Yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
cool.
yes, it's
Cool, cool. So I'll start here, understanding our behavior in the COVID situation and how we are looking at the situation and how we can look at the situation. So the first thing is that regarding our career, even without COVID, it was predominantly fear that was taking us forward, and now with COVID, the fear factor, the anxiety factor has increased. So from all the different sources of information, that kind of that kind of the stimulus is coming consistently, right? So I just want to talk to you about fear to begin with. So fear of anything is, I just want to explain that it is a bad guide. All right, if you are afraid of heights, it will tell you don't go on don't go on a tall building, but it won't tell you where to go or what to do. It's a lagging indicator. It's not a good guide to help you uh, go through towards your goal, right? Is that making sense to everyone? Yes, no, maybe. Please respond on chat. Yeah, and if some people can turn on their cameras so that I can see their head nodding, that will some students can do that, so that will be really helpful. All right, so first thing is that we have to understand that the more fear we have, the more harm we are doing to our career. All right, and the second thing I want to explain here is that fear and intelligence don't act simultaneously. Like if you are afraid, then you are not really acting intelligently. So for instance, in case of a flight instructions, they give you instructions when everything is safe, so that you can intelligently process those instructions, not when the flight is about to crash, because at that time you won't be able to act intelligently. Similarly, if a fire alarm goes off, if possible, like please avoid sending these good morning messages, it breaks the flow. So in case of a fire alarm, what was I saying? Yeah, we should know beforehand what we need to do. What is the process? Where is the fire extinguisher placed? Should we break the window or whatever? So we need to know that process beforehand, and it has to come from a non-fear zone. So that is where I want to start with, that our idea, our career, really in today's time, it is even more important that we don't act out of fear. All right. Yeah, so in this I will go through a small exercise which can give you certain ideas on how you can start tackling this current situation, and then we'll move on to further exercises. I'll just show you what my agenda is today. So we are working with the understanding our behavior within the COVID situation to begin with. Then we will do certain exercises to intelligently work out our goals, to see whether our habits are in sync with our goals and how we can make them in sync with our goals, and to set up milestones and timelines so that we can check are we progressing towards our goals or not. Then I had two projects. One was for students, how to crack their entrance exams and college exams, and how to use this time to actually gain a substantial advantage to crack these exams. And second, how they can do what as a project, how can they do X number of things, which in my case I would say, how can they set up an online portfolio of projects, how can they build a network, and how can they have a very structured learning habit in place, which will help them succeed to a level which will be much higher above than the other people, so that it becomes extremely easy for them to get a job or an internship. So this is what the agenda will be. I hope everybody is okay with this, and yeah, so I'll just move on then. Yeah, so now we have already talked about the impact of fear and anxiety or on our career, right? It will just give us thoughts like, yeah, economy is dooming, what would I do, companies are not hiring, this is happening, that is happening, falana dimkana, but it doesn't tell us what to do, right? What to do comes from intelligence, comes from ki, okay, what can I really work on right now? So for that, I'm going to talk about three things here. The first and very important thing is to go on an information diet during this period. The news and the social media are right now designed to increase your fear and anxiety. Like spending 10 minutes on news or 10 minutes on social media and your mind will be totally off balance. So you have to be very proactive if you are serious about your career, right? You can give me 10 reasons why you need to be on social media all the time. But if you are really serious about your career, then you have to understand that right now you have three currencies which are predominant, which is your time, which is your energy, which is your attention. Where you put these currencies will determine what you will do in your career. So when you indulge in the dopamine seeking behavior of Facebook, WhatsApp, news, Instagram, then they will drain all your energy and all your attention, and you will not have enough time to work on your career. And this is really important. Like if in the first couple of hours of the day you just watch news, the day is gone, because it will create that random number, okay, these many cases in this city or this whatever, or where you can't do anything. It creates a lot of helplessness. So first thing is that you should really be very conscious of the input that you're taking, right? All of these are mindless feeds. There is no intelligence involved in that, and their objective is to maximize their ad revenue, not to boost your career. So you have to come to that, right? So most of the objectives are in contradiction to your goal. So if you are planning to clear a government exam, Zuckerberg's objective is not that. Okay, so you have to be very clear whose objective you are fulfilling. So you can use tech tools like these blockers on Google Chrome, which will block your feeds. So even if you open Facebook, there would not be a feed to go through or whatever. Or you can use tools like Freedom, which can totally block it for your work hours, so that you can focus on your work. So you can use whatever tech tools you can, but this is an extremely important part of it. And I use Freedom myself. Without Freedom, I would not be productive. I know that. Like subconsciously, I don't know when I would open Facebook. So, but right now, if I try to open Facebook, I'll just show it to you on my screen. And it should block it. Okay. Just a second. Somehow it's not working right now, but I'll show it to you. Sorry. What's the issue? Yeah. So as soon as I open Facebook, it will block and give me the screen. Takes me back to my work. So don't think your willpower is enough to avoid this. Try and use the tech tools that are there, right? There are free tools also, and there are paid tools also, right? Secondly, if you think that you need to access social media, if you need to access WhatsApp and all that, schedule time during a day. So let's say if you are scheduling a 15-minute slot at 12 p.m., a 15-minute slot at 4 p.m. That's more than enough for you to keep in touch with everything that's happening. You don't need to reply to every message instantly. Otherwise, you won't be able to do the hard work that we'll talk about going ahead. So if you use Google Calendar and just put that repetitively 12 p.m. at checking email and whatever messages at this time, so that you don't waste your entire day on this, right? And whenever you indulge in all these social medias, just keep a notepad with you and write down how you feel after you go through them. Like, are you feeling happy, are you feeling positive, are you feeling energetic, are you feeling depressed, what is going on? So just, I'm not trying to give you a should kind of thing, like you should do this, but I'm just telling you to become aware of how much time, energy and attention are these tools draining. So first is this is very important to begin with. Second is single tasking versus multitasking. So we like, especially in the last few years, we are like kind of becoming very proud that I can multitask, but it has been scientifically proven that when you are focusing on a single task and finishing it, it is 4 times more effective than multitasking. So if you take 4 hours to do a thing, if you're single tasking, it will be done in 1 hour. So like, whenever you schedule a time to do an activity, keep your phone away, turn off your Wi-Fi, right? Prepare beforehand, and just focus on whatever you're working on, right? The only place where I find multitasking helpful is if I'm doing chores, like most of us are involved in that. So I just put on my earphones and put on an audiobook or a podcast in that, because I don't need my brains to wash the dishes. So my brain is involved with the podcast while I finish the dishes. So that way you can multitask, but apart from it, I've seen that multitasking mostly does not work. Again, a drain on our energy. And the third part, which is the most important part, and which is what this workshop is designed around, is that the entire world is right now in a fixed mindset. The entire world is gloomy. The entire world is focusing on scarcity. The entire world is becoming helpless, right? So there is a choice. There's a decision that you can make, whether you want to be in a fixed mindset or whether you want to be in a growth mindset. When you come to a growth mindset, you start looking at your day as an opportunity. What can I do today to become better? What can I do today to create something? What can I do today to learn something? Instead of in a fixed mindset where I'm like, क्या कुछ भी करने का क्या ही फायदा है, कुछ भी तो नहीं हो रहा है, ये सब. Is that making sense to you guys? Yes, no, maybe. Can you please respond in chat if possible? Yeah. Any questions so far? No? All right. So it is very, now it's your prerogative to become to be in a growth mindset. Nobody will come and tell you, or nobody will come and push you in a growth mindset. Okay. So जैसे frugal versus rich mindset की अगर मैं बात करूँ, right? A lot of students talk about cash, about stipend, about salary, right? I personally think in the first 5 years of your career, money should be the least important criteria, unless you need to support your family. And that should be a need, that if I don't support my family, they might not have a roof on their head and they might not have food on their plate. If that is not the scenario, then money should be the least important criteria. Your net can you hear me? There was an electricity cut at my place.
Yes. You're audible.
All right. Okay. Sorry. Where was I? Yeah. So these, as a student right now, you should think, how can I maximize my exposure? How can I pick up more projects? How can I get more learning? How can I connect with more people? Instead of thinking, how can I earn 20K or 25K or 30K or 40K? Right now, that money if for instance you come to me and you say that, okay, Saurabh, hire me and pay me 40K, then I will make you work like 10 hours a day or 12 hours a day. I will give you all the tasks that I can give it to you, because I am like, मैं इसको 40,000 दे रहा हूँ, how can I? And that's how the mentality of the Indian employer is, right? They don't care about your career in the long run. But if you are very proactive with your career, if you say, okay, this is what I want to learn, this is where I want to grow. So in 10 years, this is where I want to be. Then you will pick up projects that make sense to you. And I'll talk about projects aage chalke, but are you getting the mindset that I'm talking about right now? Yes, no, maybe. Any questions regarding fixed and growth mindset? It's not an easy concept to understand. It's not an Lavina, I'll talk about this question at the end. Just keep this question with you, and I will talk about it at the end. Please, this is a good question. I will address it. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So yes. So, how to change from fixed mindset to growth mindset? There are factors here. Mostly action. Okay. Mostly it's behavior, not motivation. So for instance, if you start eating healthy, it doesn't matter how motivated you're feeling. But if you are not eating healthy and if you're thinking about eating healthy, you will feel miserable. So how can you initiate small actions in your day-to-day routine? And I'll talk about a lot of actions. I'll come to this, Verma sir, I'll come to this, and maybe at the end of the webinar, if that doubt still remains, I'll come back to it. All right. Yeah, I have planned how to make it tangible, but at least I just wanted to give you a brief overview of that. These are the two mindsets, and that should be an awareness in your mind right now. All right. I'll do one thing. I'll take questions regarding all the questions. I'll take at the end. Let me just go through it. If there is any question particular to what I'm talking about, then please ask. All right. So this was just how the mindset is changing. Now I want to do certain exercises with you. So I want all of you, at least all the students, to take a pen and paper, or like in your phone or computer, and I want you to write what are your top 3 goals right now. And you can take the time needed, but find your top 3 priorities, that this is what is the top priority for me right now. It could be getting an internship, it could be getting a job, it could be clearing CAT or GMAT or GRE, it could be clearing a government exam, it could be what is it that is at the top for you. Once you are done, can you please like put it in chat that you are done. You don't need to share your goals right now with me. I can like have a separate forum for that. Okay. So if you are facing any issue with this in identifying the top 3 goals, that's okay. You can just message that you are facing an issue. But if you can just write down your top 3 goals, that's a beginning point for you. All right. If somebody needs more time, can you please message that need more time or finding it difficult? Otherwise, I'll move to the next exercise. Short-term goals would be right now. Short-term in the sense that if you have a long-term goal that in 10 years I want to be a CEO of the company, that's great, but also put it in terms of what is the next milestone in that. All right. Does anybody need more time? Otherwise, I'll move to the next exercise. Okay, cool. So next I want you to do is to think of all the other goals that keep coming to you on a regular basis, right? So for instance, you might have said कि my goal is CAT or getting a job or something, and then there is कि मेरे को diet भी करना है, अच्छा मेरे को यूरोप भी घूमना है, अच्छा मेरे को जो भी, like whatever it is. So just find what are your other prominent goals that keep coming to you, because a lot of time what happens is we are not focusing on these goals, we are not taking actions on these goals, and they start creating guilt, and we become overwhelmed and we are not even able to focus on our top priority. So just that awareness of what are the other goals that keep coming in, what are the other themes that keep coming in, and once you do that, you also ask yourself, do they distract you from the top 3 goals, or do they help you? So for instance, right now I am having a structured diet to follow, and it is helping me feel good about myself and hence in my other goals as well. So but if there is a goal which I'm not able to follow and it is hurting me, it might hurt in the other goals as well. Yeah. And whatever goals you list down, just think of the why of that goal. Like, why do I want to do this? What is my objective here? And once you're done, just message done on chat so that I can move on. If there are any questions regarding the exercise, please message. Otherwise, and this may not necessarily be easy. This is a framework that I'm sharing with you, which you can do every week or every 2 weeks, just to get that clarity in your head of where you want to move towards. All right, good. Now from here, I want you to look at only one goal. And the criteria here is that if this goal gets achieved and everything else does not, it still matters. Or if everything else gets achieved but this does not get achieved, then it's meaningless. So think in terms of what is your top one priority, and this is very important to do. So Shivani, again I'll take up the questions at the end, so that I will stay after the webinar for personal questions, and I'll also share my email to take up the personal questions. So yeah, right now just go with the exercises. If you have any issue with the exercise that I'm saying, then please ask. All right, so if you are done selecting the top one goal, if you're clear about it, ask yourself why is that goal your top goal, and write it down, that this is the reason why this goal is my top goal. And do this later on after the webinar also. Take half an hour, 1 hour to do this. I just want to give you an insight on why I'm asking why. All right, so we as an organization, we thought that okay, we want to start earning revenue, and how much revenue should we look at, what are the targets. Okay, so we set up a goal that okay, in X number of months we want to start earning 2 lakhs a month. But when we went into the why of the system, we found that this number was totally random. The why was that we don't want to cut down on our expenses, we don't want to cancel any webinars or anything, and we want to help as many students as possible. So we just want to get out of the frugal mindset. And to get out of the frugal mindset, we did not need the money. We can start getting out of the frugal mindset, and from there the revenue income started happening on its own. So if you get a clear why on your goal, so if your goal is getting a job, so what kind of work that you do you want to do, what kind of change do you want to bring, what kind of impact do you want to create? Or if it's about pay, then how much money do you want, how much money do you need, right? And what are you willing to trade off for that? So be clear at least on your own goals as to what is your priority. Is that making sense to everyone? And are we done with this so that we can move to the next exercise? Message me on chat. Any questions, anything regarding the goal setting, regarding the why? If you're done, then just message done so that I can move to the next part. Yeah, so whatever sheet or whatever note you're using, this becomes your map as we go ahead. All right, so you can keep coming back to this, that this is what I decided was my goal. If you want to make changes, then Surbi, the why is a bit unclear, and that's a good thing to start with. So now one of the goal would be to, so I have also written this, that if you don't know the why right now, then one of the goals become that I need to find the why. And it will take a lot of introspection, it will take a lot of calmness, and I'll talk about a lot of things there. But the more clear you are with your why, the better it will be for you. All right, and we can discuss this after the webinar also, like if you need help with the why part. All right, so I'm moving to the next exercise. Does anybody need more time? Otherwise, I'll move to the next exercise. Just put a message that I need more time. No? All right, cool. So this is a basic starting point that, okay, this is my goal. So now you separate the circumstances from your goals. Like your focus should not be कि अभी कोविड में कितना cases आया या कितना ये आया या कितना वो आया, because that is not concerned with your goal. Your focus should be your goal, and that is written on a paper in front of you. All right. Next, my question here is, are your current habits in sync with your goals? Is your goal to lose 10 kgs and are you eating butter chicken on a daily basis? Right? So are your habits in sync with your goal? So think about it, answer me on chat. Do you think your habits are in sync with your goal or not in sync with your goal? And think very carefully about it. If you can message, yes, no, maybe, whatever. Waiting. Do you think they're in sync or not in sync? No one is responding. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that is what we want to do now, right? So cool, that is what we want to do. Like, we want to make it easier for us to act towards our goal. We want it to become a system through which we are making progress towards our goal. So the next exercise is around that. Okay, so what I need to do is to create two columns on the page that you're using. On the left hand column, you will answer this question. Okay, Mr. Sunil, I'll take up the question थोड़ी देर में. Right now, I want you to use the left hand column to answer this question, which is, what new actions do I need to start to accelerate towards my goals? Whatever goal you have selected. So if your goal is to clear the government exam, what are the action steps to do that? What do you need to do on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, to accelerate towards your goal? So on the left hand column, like, write down all the things that you think that you need to do to achieve your goals. Whatever you understand of it. If you're not clear, then just whatever you understand right now, and then you can update this list also later on. I have a feedback form, so I'll share it at the end of the session, and I can share with the college authorities also. But right now, like, the students, if they can focus on the exercise, and once you are done, so on the left hand side, do this, and on the right hand side, identify the actions that they are doing right now, but they are taking you away from your goals, and you have to stop them. So what are the activities that are consuming your time or your energy or your attention and are taking you away from your goals? So just have these two columns in front of you. When you're done, then message me on the chat, and if everybody can message, that will be really helpful, so that I know that everybody is here and doing, like, at least the students can do that. Yeah, so again, from the previous exercise, we had our goals setting, and from this exercise, this page should be like pasted on your study table or in your, like, bedroom or whatever, where you keep looking at it again and again. And every time you indulge in a left hand side activity, mark there with a pen, and every time you indulge in a right hand side activity, mark there with a pen. Okay, so that you know that I need to shift to the left hand side. I need to start doing more activities on the left hand side, and I need to take the time away from the right hand side activity. So this will be a compass for you, that where am I going. So right hand side, mostly for a lot of people, it would be social media, YouTube, TikTok, news, whatever. So just, or maybe something else that you are doing. And on the left hand side should be your activities that take you towards your goal. Yeah, cool. Done. Anybody needing more time or any questions regarding this exercise? This really, having this in front of you can be a really big help for you. Like, it takes the stress away from your mind and you can just look at that paper and it can guide you. All right, cool. So I think you're done. Now I just want to take a couple of minutes and I want to share a lot of underlying habits that can help you in shifting the momentum towards the right. So somebody asked earlier that how can we shift from fixed mindset to growth mindset. So there are very small activities that I do, and I have learned it from a lot of successful people, because I personally listen to a lot of podcasts and read a lot of books. So a lot of people have shared a lot of daily activities that they do, which I personally feel can be really helpful. So I'm just sharing them with you. Again, it's your choice which you want to follow, which you don't want to follow. I am not giving you a gyan here that this is how your life should be, but I'm just telling you these habits. Whichever makes sense to you, you can follow that, right? If you need help, you can tell me. The first and the most important is meditation. And it is almost like anybody, like whether it's Oprah Winfrey or Ray Dalio, who is a billionaire investor, or Tim Ferriss or Seth Godin or Steven Pressfield, I have rarely seen a successful person who does not indulge in daily meditation of at least 20 minutes in the morning. All right. So if you don't know how to meditate, if you're new at it, the best resource I can recommend is there's a Waking Up app. If you search Waking Up by Sam Harris, this is a brilliant resource for any beginner. And otherwise, transcendental meditation is something that I've been doing for almost 7 years now. So that has been really helpful. If you need to learn, we can arrange another session for this, but you can start with the Waking Up app to begin with. Again, very powerful, very, like if you just do this every morning and evening for 20 minutes, a lot of negativity will go away, a lot of growth mindset will start coming in. One. Second, it is very important that you get your body moving. Whether you work out, whether you dance, whether you just put on any music you like and just groove to it. Just doing that for 5 minutes can increase your happiness quotient in your life to just another level altogether. Like, it takes your attention from your brain to your body, and that in itself is a happiness trigger. So that is another thing. Second, just like I talked about the information diet, if you are not doing any hard work, like if you are not a laborer, avoid carbs, right? Avoid sugar. Eat more proteins, eat more pulses, eat more veggies. That can really help you in getting fun, good shape in your body. And second, like very energetic wo. So if you need more information, I follow this diet on which is in the 4-Hour Body by Tim Ferriss, but you can like refer any diet that works with you. But most of the diets have this general philosophy. Then this is an habit that is like, if you find meditation difficult, if you find workout difficult, if you find diet difficult, this is something that you can do, and this is very helpful for your career. Like, even as a faculty, I have started writing so much because of this habit, and all I need to do is every morning when I sit down to work, I first of all, so there's this website called 750words.com, so you can open that, or you can take a pen and paper, whichever you find useful, and you just keep writing whatever is coming to your mind. Like, you just keep pouring your thoughts on the paper, and you do it for roughly half an hour to 45 minutes. This in itself can create a lot of calmness, can freeze your thoughts. So if you're anxious, you can freeze that anxiety on paper and then look at it in terms of whether this is actually worth worrying about or not. And like, it can put your day in focus. So this is something, again, a lot of creative, a lot of productive people have. So this is from a book called The Artist's Way. And yeah, this is again apart from meditation, this is the most promoted habit of the successful people. Okay, then every day, can you pick up one or two things that are the most, like start with one, don't even pick up two things, just one very actionable thing that you want to get done today. Like if you finish this thing when you go to bed, you will feel relaxed that okay, I did something today. So, and mostly when you think of that, you will see that your mind will give you the most important and most difficult thing. And if you just focus your energy on finishing that today, and if you make it a habit, in 2 weeks you will be a different person altogether. This I'm telling you by experience. Otherwise, what happens is we just keep spending time on the unnecessary, irrelevant stuff, and the important stuff gets procrastinated. So if you can just take a post-it note and on it write down, okay, this is my highlight of the day, this is my top one thing for the day. So that ways that will guide you throughout the day. Okay, another thing is, this is very highly, like in today's generation we just don't give attention to this, is that if you don't sleep for 8 hours, your immunity goes down, your brain function goes down, right? Your energy level goes down. It's just not worth it, and this is all scientifically proven. So if you can create a routine, whether you start at 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. or you do, try to sleep by 11 p.m. like worst by 12 a.m. but again it doesn't work that way. So try to sleep and try to fix a routine. Okay, I sleep at 11, I wake up at 7 or whatever. That ways, a lot of other things that we talked about the previous table, you can create that routine around that. So, and to do that, in order to achieve this, there are two hacks that you can use. One is that after sunset, after 6 p.m., after 7 p.m., try to avoid screens totally. Make this a habit. That put it in your calendar. So I'll just share my calendar with you, although it has some personal stuff, but I thought that sharing will be helpful. And I just want to highlight a few things for you on that. So just forgive me for like sharing this, but I think it will be helpful. So I just thought, okay, I'll share my current week and the next week with you. Just a second. Yeah. So because what happens is generally, so I'll talk about a few things, and I think this will be helpful. So that's so one, like this lavender color, the purplish color, are events where other people are involved. Okay, so generally when other people are involved, those events take place. Like I would not miss your webinar today, right? So those are already, like, these are things that you would anyways do when it's another person's is involved in that, right? But you need to make time for your own projects and your own work. So you need to put that in the calendar, that every day at 9:30 I will sit down and I'll work till 4. So that is very important. One part that I think is helpful. Second, I have put these 2 time slots to check email and messages at 12 p.m. and at 4 p.m. So 3:30 for my case, because I have a dance class at 4. So just having these 2 time slots there takes out the anxiety of checking these emails during when I am working. So that can be really productive for you. That is another thing that I wanted to tell you. Third thing I wanted to tell you, that you can use a calendar invite like this, which will just show on your screen when you are when it's time. So just using that to notify you that okay, I don't want to do that, and just put a sleep calendar also, so that it notifies that okay, it's my sleep time and everything. So you can really use Google Calendar, and I just prefer having a forever repeating event, so that if I need to make changes, I will change later, but at least I don't have to design it every day or every week. So this is what my next week looks like, because I have not put more events here right now. So I hope this was useful to you. I'm sorry if you didn't like me sharing this thing, but yeah, so no screens after sunset and no caffeine after noon. These two can really help you in becoming very creative and very productive. Again, whatever I'm talking about it depends on you, right? There is no economy involved, or there is no nobody else involved in this, so it's your choice. Yeah, are we okay with this? Underlying habits, calendar, everything. Any questions, any feedback, any, are you finding this helpful? I'll go ahead. Can everybody reply, like all the students, can you reply? That will be really helpful for me. Yeah, cool. So I really want you to think in terms of Google Calendar. Like, so I uh, I really want you to start putting time slots for yourself for different help, and next exercise will do that actually. So cool. Let's move to the next part, which is preparation and order. So generally we have uh, a habit of doing everything at the last moment. Like, we prepare for your exams 1 week before the exams, we prepare for your interviews 1 week before the interview, we create a CV 1 week before somebody asks for a CV, right? That is really not the way to go about your career if you really want to succeed. I don't know anyone at all who does this and is successful. So people who are successful are people who are 15 minutes ahead of things rather than 15 minutes behind of things. If there is a meeting, they would be 15 minutes ahead in the meeting. If there is something needed, they would have it ready and they would not need to worry about it, right? So I just want to like share a couple of habits that you can start doing that will help you not only in your academics but in your career as well. So I'll give you an example, and through that example I just want to share how doing these small things can really make a difference in the long run. So generally when we look at a diet, we think that, oh wow, this person is so motivated and so on and so forth, but it's not about motivation at all. Like, I know that people who are fat are the most motivated people to do a diet. People who don't score marks are the most motivated people to study. But motivation does not convert into marks. Motivation just does not work. Okay, so if you are motivated, you need to take some small steps. What are the small steps? One, you have to ensure that positive action happens. So you have to do a lot of groundwork to ensure that the positive action happens. So for instance, if you are following a diet, can you order grocery regarding your healthy food much before it is about to end? Right? Can you be proactive with that? Can you have extra masalas or extra whatever you are eating in your kitchen cupboard, so you don't have an excuse ki, "Oh, I ran out of green tea, so I just drank a smoothie," right? So one is that. Second, can you keep, so you have to avoid urges. So being hungry is an urge. As soon as you get an urge, you want to like quench that urge. So if you are hungry and you don't have healthy cooked food ready, then you are going to eat unhealthy food. Okay, so can you do this before the urge? Can you prepare for an interview much before any company has asked you for an interview? So that is what I want to illustrate through this exercise. Okay, so one, can you take positive action much before it is due? And second, what action can you take to avoid negative action? So for instance, if I'm ordering from Swiggy and then I say, okay, next time I won't order from Swiggy, it's not going to happen. Like, I will order from Swiggy, right? I will have that biryani in front of me and I will again feel miserable. So what is important? Can I make it more difficult? One, can I delete the app? Second, can I delete the account? Can I at least delete my payment details from Swiggy so that I have to find my card and enter those details and everything, and give my mind that small window where it can say, okay, I really don't want to order this. Okay, so can you make it really difficult for yourself to take the action that you don't want to take, right? And second, like, abhi to ye problem nahi hai, but if you're going out, can you be very conscious of how much money do I need during the day and don't take additional money? Make sure that you don't use your Paytm account, so that you don't. So I'm just giving you this example, not for the diet, but for your career. So can you take this analogy and apply it in your career? that what are the negative actions that are harming my career, how can I ensure that they don't happen, just like I mentioned the freedom app or the blockers, and what are the positive action that I need to take and how can I do them much before they are needed. So in this case, what I want you to do, there is a small exercise that I want you to do. I want you guys to open Google Calendar on your phones or on your, or whatever calendar you use. Most of us use Google Calendar. So open that, pick up one habit out of your previous table, one good habit, one habit on the left hand side, and put a time slot for it, whether it's 1 hour a week, 2 hour a week. Just find a time slot. Okay, this habit, this time slot, and put it as a repeating task every week till that habit is done. Like, don't just let it infinitely repeat. Can you guys do this right now? And if you face any challenge, let me know. But I really want you to do it right now, because then Google Calendar will notify you that right now you said that it is time for this habit. If you can do that and just put it on chat that you're done. And if you have any questions, any issues so I'll just give you a demo if you want me to. So I'll just open my calendar and let's say I want, so let me just delete this. So yeah, so let's say I want every Saturday I have a time slot from 5 to 7 and I just want to use this time slot to learn. So I'll go there, I'll put learning, and let's say I'm doing a course, so I'm doing a Seth Godin course on Freelancer. I'll go there, I'll put it there, I'll use my learning calendar for this so that the colors are different. So you can do that later, don't worry about different calendar right now. And just go here and say repeat weekly on Saturday and save. So now you don't have to decide on this every week. Now Google will decide it for you. And now till you finish the course, this 2 hours every week are for this particular course without any. So now if you don't use this, right, then you, then you have to delete this event. Okay, I'm deleting it because I'm not doing it right now. And so it becomes a part of your system. All right, are we done on this? Like, just add one event and then for the others you can do it later on your own. I just want you to start using this thing. With me, not with me? Can you message in chat if we are done? Yeah, any questions regarding Google Calendar or this thing? But yeah, so now for your left hand side of the table, put time slots. Start with just 30 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes I'll read a book, or 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. Just put it on your calendar and then you can update the calendar as you go ahead, right? But don't just keep it in your head कि नहीं मैं तो बहुत पढ़ूंगा, मैं तो बहुत ये करूंगा, मेहनत करूंगा. नहीं, it won't work, right? So put it there, right? And then when you do that activity, just update it accordingly. If you put in 2 hours but you work for only 1 hour, just reduce it to 1 hour. Okay, cool. So again, in that calendar event, you can also add the links to the course or whatever you need to do, so that at that moment you don't need to find stuff. You can just link everything here so that when you sit down, when that event comes up, everything is ready. There is preparation there, like everything is ready. You don't need to decide anything. Yeah, is that making sense? So right now you don't need to do this, but as you go ahead you can do this. Definitely, that try to pamper yourself. Like if you want to work out, try to pamper yourself, that okay, these are the clothes I'll wear, this is the floor where, so can I wash the floor beforehand, and like just pamper, do so many small activities before the workout time, that when you are working out you just feel pampered, right? And that will help you in like increasing the positivity level in your life significantly. Yeah, cool. So keep doing this, just a habit. I'm just initiating this for you. Can we move on? Yes, no, maybe. Does anybody need Ashutosh sir? You are on mute, so if you're saying something, I'm not able to hear.
No, please carry on.
Okay. Lavina, what do you want me to repeat? Lavina, if you can put on chat, what do you want me to repeat? All right. Otherwise, I'll repeat at the end of the seminar, if that's okay. Yeah. But so this entire exercise was just to make it automatic, like just to make it a process that we are following, and we have clear goals, and that is the direction in which we are moving, and we are avoiding all the negativity that might come from external sources. So we have a particular direction in which we are moving. All right. Next small exercise, and then we'll move to the internship thing and marks thing, is I want you to set milestones. So what are milestones? Milestones are basically telling you whether you are on track or off track. And the idea here is not to become guilty of it. Like if you are doing a diet and instead of losing 5 kg, you gain 2 kg, it's just telling you that whatever you're doing is not working. So you need to update it. You need to see where you are failing. Did you not order groceries, or did you not make the food, or what? So instead of judging yourself and becoming guilty about it, can you proactively see that what part of the puzzle was missing, which is why I could not do that. All right, and how can I make it easier for me to do this? So milestone wise, I just want you to put a milestone 2 weeks from now regarding your top goal. So for instance, if your top goal was CAT, right, and let's say you put a milestone on, so today is 27th, so let's say let's say you put a milestone on 7th June, where you will put a check of whether I am able to do times 3 distance questions from the last year CAT paper, let's say, or whichever way, whether I have initiated. So I'll talk about a lot of things that you can do regarding your career. So just put one milestone here, which could be a check for you on that day, whether you are on track or not, and subsequently you can update your calendar there. Lavina, I'll talk to you regarding this at the end if you need to, but I'll just continue a bit. Is that making sense? Milestones, any questions regarding the milestones part? And secondly, like put a conservative timeline for this, because we are very bad at guessing. So just if you want to read a book, then your milestone should say, did I read 20 pages of the book? Don't say, did I complete the book in a week? So that at least like you're building positivity कि कम से कम 20 पेज तो पढ़े. It's better to have small targets and achieve big rather than a big targets and achieve small. So just be conservative, be very optimistic, be very empathetic to yourself. Yeah, are we done with the milestone thing? Can you just message on chat done or confusion or anything? Are we clear with the milestone thing? Any questions you have regarding this? Yes, no, maybe. So the more you do this exercise, the better you will become at it. You will start seeing. So instead of getting guilt, you just start updating it and seeing. So sometimes what will happen is you have a Google Calendar event, but at that time you wouldn't be doing that thing that you planned to do. So then you should see, okay, why this happened. It could be कि तुम Facebook पे लगे हुए हो and you could not gather the energy of getting off Facebook. So can you add another small event before that event of half an hour, where your goal is just to turn off all screens in half an hour, or turn off all social media in half an hour, so that you know कि अच्छा social media was the issue, so half an hour before I have to turn off the social media, so that when I'm doing the task, when that time starts, then I am focused on my work. Yeah, cool. Milestone wise we are clear. Okay, so use Google Calendar so that it keeps notifying you. that, okay, because today you might have been very motivated, but 2 weeks down the line, you will forget what you were thinking today. So it's really helpful to have it in a system which keeps reminding you. Okay, so I want to talk about two things. Let me just cover this. How much time do we have? We have time. Huh? Today we have time. All right. So I'll talk about how to, like any exam that you're preparing for, I want to give you a structure that you can use to crack that exam. To, if you are planning to move like your score in the university exam to the top 10% of Delhi University, you can use this structure. If you want to clear CAT, you can use this structure. If you want to clear government exams, you can use this structure. So this structure is basically D3S. Okay, deconstruct, select, sequence, and stakes. So this is from Tim Ferriss, 4-hour chef book है एक, उसमें he talks about this, and I'll just explain this to you. This will otherwise take time, so I'll share, like you can use YouTube to know more about this. But generally, when we are preparing for an exam, we don't have a structure in place. We don't know what we are doing, so we just keep on doing stuff, and I think that is very like waste of time. That's a total waste of time because we don't know what we are doing. So ideally, in case of any exam, my suggestion would be start with the previous year papers. Like pick up the previous year papers. Even if you can't solve them, you can read English, so, or Hindi for that matter, and find what are the previous year papers asking. So can you do an analysis of the last 5 or last 10 previous year papers and find out कि अच्छा इकोनॉमिक्स का जब पेपर आता है उसमें 3 बार उन्होंने ये वाला लॉ पूछा है या उन्होंने ये पूछा है और उन्होंने ये पूछा. कैन यू क्रिएट अ शीट which can give you details of what exactly is asked in the paper again and again and again. Okay, so you do that, and you need to set aside a time. This is not study time. This is really a very structured time where you are just doing this, where you are identifying, okay, these are the things that are asked in the paper. So this can be done for CAT also, this can be done for SBI exams also, whatever, right? Then you have to identify the structure of the course, as in what are the nodes. So just search for Zettelkasten method. Zettelkasten was a German philosopher who created this second brain concept of the way thoughts are arranged in our brain. How can we do it on paper? So if you YouTube Zettelkasten method, you will find it. And basically the idea is that you identify the nodes which are important for your course, and then you connect those nodes to the details. So you are not just working randomly, you are becoming very specific. So for instance, in let's say macroeconomics, there is a demand supply thing, and you find कि okay, demand supply से there are these 5 things that are linked, and then इसमें ये detail है और इसका ये graph है. So you have that kind of node system with you, so that if any question comes, you know कि यार ये इस node से connected है, and if I write all this, then there is no possibility for the teacher to cut marks, because marks is what is the focus right now. But in a very good way, this will also help with your learning, because then if you are an economic graduate, you will know economics. Just last moment padha और उल्टी कर दिया paper. So, but this thing you can't do in the last 2 weeks. This thing you have to start doing now, without exams on the horizon, or without your entrance on the horizon. Okay, so yeah, so this is basically about hacking your memory, which is the thing that is being tested in most of the exams. You create a map so that you have a broad overview of what you are studying, and maybe for the faculty also this can help, so like they can share this with the students also, right? So look for the nodes to cover and how nodes are broken into further nodes, and then in the final nodes you can add the details in a half-inch size paper sheet. Just search for Zettelkasten method. And the idea here is that you put a calendar invite 2 weeks later of whatever you're studying today. So you studied today, and 2 weeks later you review. So that it gets ingrained in your memory. So even if you study for like 15 minutes daily, you might just end up becoming the top scorer in Delhi University. So again, it's not about intelligence. It's not about how long you're working. It's about how intelligently you're working. So you can search Ryan Holiday note card system, or you can search Zettelkasten method on YouTube. You will get more details. If you want, I will take a separate session for this if you want me to, but just wanted to start. So one, you do this, so you have a complete map of what you're studying. Second, you select what are the top 20% that is coming and coming and coming in different ways. Sometimes they ask this question through this way, or sometimes they ask, so what is the most important thing that you have to master? So find that and become a like absolute master in this, and have so much clarity. Okay, I will write this very clearly, so that the teacher, when they study your answer, they will be like, oh wow, this guy knows. Like that positivity comes, and they are not able to cut your marks, right? Then you sequence. So you create whatever you have selected, that this is what I want to do. You create a sequence while planning. You don't do it कि अच्छा मैं 2 घंटे का study time रखा है मैंने, उस वक्त बैठ के देखूंगा कि मुझे क्या पढ़ना है. So you create a sequence beforehand कि पहले मैं ये खत्म करूंगा, फिर मैं ये खत्म करूंगा, फिर मैं ये खत्म करूंगा. ठीक है. Don't leave ambiguity for your last minute mind कि तब मैं देख लूंगा, तब कहाँ से पढ़ना है, कैसे पढ़ना है देख लूंगा. Don't do that. Okay. And even after doing this, even after doing these three, the most difficult part is to follow up on this. कि जब वो Google Calendar आपको notify करेगा, then you actually work out, yeah, then you actually sit down to study, and for that stakes come into play. So stakes में क्या है कि अभी अगर मैं अपना वो follow नहीं करूँगा, तो कुछ आफत नहीं आएगी. I will be like, ठीक है, नहीं किया. So can you make it effective? So how can you make it effective? I'll give you a very simple hack, and then you can use a version of this hack. So what I do, I keep a 10 rupee note near my laptop when I'm working, and on a post-it I have my task and the deadline. And the simplest thing is that if I don't do this task by this deadline, I have to tear the note. Just having that mental thing of tearing a note, no matter it's just a 10 rupee note, is so horrendous that you end up doing the task. So this is one way that you can do. You don't need to involve somebody else. So that one 10 rupee note got me like 10,000 rupees worth of work done. Like I actually got a 10,000 done because I was afraid to tear the 10 rupee note. Okay, so very effective mind hack. Or another hack which works is find a friend who you can trust with this, that they won't be lenient with you. Transfer 10 rupees or 100 rupees Google Pay to them, and send them a message that I have to finish this task by this deadline. If I don't do it, don't refund that money to me. Again, very effective. Okay. Or you can use technology. There's a Beeminder or Stick app. You can do that. What I have learned is, and through learning from others and through experimenting myself also, is that we are more afraid to lose 10 rupees than we are to earn even 10,000 rupees. So that's how our mind works. So can we use it to our advantage? So just put stakes somehow, whichever way. Again, you have to keep all of these in mind, because without stakes it won't work. You might say कि नहीं मेरा will power है, मैं करूँगा, but 4 events के बाद 5वीं बार वो दिमाग कहेगा कि यार अच्छा तू तो अच्छा कर ही रहा है, अब छोड़ना. But if you have stakes in line, then the chances of following up are significantly higher. So this is all like this will make it very tangible for you guys. Okay. Yeah. Then for students and even for teachers, I think these are some books that I really want to recommend. They all talk about the art of learning, and you can use them to help the students. Like these are almost like world's bestseller books on this topic, and it can give you all. So the DSSS thing I was talking about was from 4-Hour Chef, which is not just about cooking. This is about learning. Then there's this book called Art of Learning, again an excellent book. There is this is from the Princeton Review founder Adam Robinson, on optimum learning. Then Cal Newport, he's very famous for the Deep Work book, but he wrote this book, How to Become a Straight A Student. So you can go through all these resources and find ways of hacking the system. Your idea is not to revive the economy. Your idea is to build your career. This is very important. Like don't think in terms of कि सबका कैसे भला करूं, पहले अपना भला करो, and then you can share it with others also. Once you are succeeding, then you can share it with others. But if you just think in terms of कि नहीं economy ही doomed है, then you won't be able to work. Yes, no, maybe. Any questions, anything regarding the exams thing? Anyone? Or if that's okay, then I can move ahead. Can you just message me on chat if there are any questions, or if we can move ahead? If you are finding this helpful and if you can write that down, that will be really great. And if you're not finding it helpful, that will also be like informative for me. Baiting. Should I move ahead? Any questions regarding this? Zettelkasten, you can search. You will find a lot of YouTube videos and ways of doing it. So otherwise, we can like arrange a separate webinar for that. And cool. All right. So now I want to talk about job internship, and this is so. Kiran, which website are you talking about? Okay, so let me just take the questions after this part. So we're like very close to the end of the workshop, but this is very important for all of you. And this is important irrespective of whether you have a job in hand or not, and whether you are pursuing a personal project or you are pursuing a traditional career, right? So I want to talk to you about 3 things that we want to do proactively, and I want you to think of these habits as a part of your left hand side of the table that we made. Okay, so first thing is, right now as an undergraduate, right, we really don't do anything. Okay, we take a CV, which is like the same CV can be taken to any student. Like there are, I don't know how many, 20,000, 50,000 students in Delhi University, and your CV can be given to any other student and he can use it. The change would be your name or your degree or whatever, but as an employer, it just doesn't make a difference, right? And if I genuinely ask you why I should hire you, there is just no answer. Like it's a very generic answer, and there is no reasoning, there is no substance behind it. Okay, you just say ki, okay, you hire me because you hire me, and then you get those jobs which are absolutely horrendous, जो ये E&Y और KPMG आ जाएंगे with very boring, very like you spend like 12 hours a day or 50 whatever, and you're not getting enough pay also. So because you are generic and you're not proactively investing in your career. Okay, so what you can do instead, right, instead of just following the herd, what you can do, okay, right now. One, there are so many free tools. Okay, I'll just mention. Medium पे चले जाओ, ठीक है? There's this site called medium.com if you don't know about it, right? Go to Medium, create a writer's account and start writing there, right? You can add videos there, you can add anything you feel like. So can you just make a habit that every week I will write one detailed article on Medium? Some issue with my internet. Are you guys able to hear me? Or just yes,
Yes,
no?
yes, you are audible.
Yeah, okay. I don't know, some issue with my internet. Yeah, so you don't need to like spend any money. You can just go on Medium and start writing articles. So for instance, if you want to become an like make a career in finance, right, can you just pick up a deal or any financial event that happened that interests you and invest, let's say 4 hours or 6 hours in a week, and write a very well informed article on Medium and publish it. And you do that consistently. Within 3 months you will have 12 articles on your Medium thing. And when you go for a job, then when you go for your interview, whether it's an MBA interview or a SBI PO interview or whatever, like a job interview, you can just take your iPad, and instead of your CV, you can show on that iPad, sir, this is my website, this is my blog, this is what I do. So if it is marketing that you are interested in, can you start creating marketing campaigns and putting them online? Can you start studying marketing campaigns and writing about them online? If it is finance, then can you start doing that? If it is academics that you're interested in, can you start uh, picking up a research paper by a faculty that you look up to and write your views on that article and then share it with people and do that. So again, these are very proactive things that you can do, and right now is an opportunity because there is so much time and energy that you can use and put it in these. Okay, otherwise mostly you don't have that time and energy, right? भाग दौड़ चलती है, कम्यूट चलता है, ये चलता है, वो चलता है, क्लासेस हो रहे हैं, एग्जाम हो रहे हैं, फलाना हो रहा है, ढिमकाना हो रहा है, अभी तो कुछ भी नहीं है. तो अभी you can actually put a time slot in your Google Calendar and say कि अच्छा यार मैं मीडियम पे, और शुरू के 10 आर्टिकल बकवास होंगे, मैं भी लिखता हूँ, बकवास होते हैं, बट 50वां आर्टिकल बकवास होगा, इसकी गारंटी दे सकते हो क्या मुझे कि अगर मैं 50 आर्टिकल लिखूंगा तो the chances of having one really good article in those 50 articles is really high. And when you show that article to someone, all they will see is that you have written this excellent article and you have written 14 other articles. They will not say कि वो बंदा वाला लिखा. But you have to proactively do that. You cannot wait for somebody else's deadline to do that. You can't say कि अच्छा मैं लिखूंगा, जब मेरा इंटरव्यू होने वाला होगा ना, उससे 2 दिन पहले बैठ के मैं 50 आर्टिकल लिख लूंगा. It's not going to work like that. All right. So just think in that terms. Most of the online platforms give you the ability to create a free website, right? Just like don't need a domain name or anything like Saurabh Mittal dot whatever, wordpress.com or whatever.com works. There is no need to invest too much, but have that page where if you want to tell somebody about your capability, it should not be a generic CV जिसमें मेरे को कुछ नहीं पता चलता है अपार्ट फ्रॉम कि तुम दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी के स्टूडेंट हो. तो दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी के तो 25,000 स्टूडेंट हैं, सो मुझे नहीं पता चल रहा कि मैं एक्स को क्यों हायर करूं. लेकिन अगर तुम्हारा वो पोर्टफोलियो ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट्स सेटअप है and you become proactive in taking up projects, you become proactive in doing that, then I would be like, wow, this person did this, very interesting, can I hire them for a project and stuff. Making sense? Yes, no, maybe. Questions regarding projects? This in itself is a separate course in itself, so I'll share the details of the course with you, but I'm in class I can only share that much. Any questions regarding this? Anyone? Or if you agree, disagree, whatever, please respond on chat. Is my voice not audible?
You are audible.
I'm audible. Yeah. Can you please? Yeah. Yeah. Any questions regarding this? So I would really recommend Medium because Medium is really easy to start with. The template is very intuitive. You can publish it and you can share it with your friends immediately. There is just no decision to make there. WordPress वगैरह में there are a lot of like intricacies that you have to handle. So I just want you to start with Medium. And again, what you can do right now is put a Google Calendar event, set up 2 hours to just write one article and publish it. And then you can take it further as you go ahead. Yeah. So you can do that. And yeah. Yeah, for business also, Sharia, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, but for business also, like it makes all the more sense. Like this webinar is part of that activity. I reached out to the placement cell to do the webinar so that I can do this, so that my business will grow, right? There was nobody telling me कि ये करना चाहिए या नहीं करना चाहिए या whatever, and the more you do, the better you become. So this is my like after doing multiple webinars, right now I know that this works, and this is based on the feedback and all that. So as a business, can you think what do your customers need, and do that. YouTube, Ratul, is regarding if you prefer recording videos rather than writing it down, so you can start recording videos, or you can do a Zoom call teaching someone something and record it and put it on your YouTube account. Again, whatever you want to share with a prospective customer or a prospective employer or a prospective admission committee, like just keep working and keep creating, so that at the end it should be oh bhai, like for instance Seth Godin, I'll tell you, he has 7,000 blog entries. Okay, 7,000 blog entries. How? He publishes one blog every day. He has made it a rule कि मैं हर रोज एक ब्लॉग पब्लिश करेगा. ठीक है, साल में 350 ब्लॉग, 10 साल में 3,500 ब्लॉग, 20 साल में 7,000 ब्लॉग. तो now when he writes a blog daily, the quality is just off the charts, because he has been writing daily since the last 20 years. Tim Ferriss has around 400 podcast episodes. He started his podcast in 2013. Every week he publishes one podcast. So 52 into 7. Are you with me on this? Yes or no? So what can you start today and start doing it on a regular basis, so that 6 months down the line you say, oh thank God I started that now I have all this to share with. Otherwise it's just vague. Yeah, cool. I think there are no questions. Any questions on the portfolio thing and the projects thing? One more thing I want to one more thing, sorry, just a second. Yeah, one more thing I want to talk about projects is, like, there are two kinds of projects. One is when somebody else is giving you a project, and one is a project that you're giving yourself. If nobody else is giving you a project, give yourself a project and start working on it, right? And the point is, the more you do that, the more you will find people that will start giving you projects. So think in those terms. Don't think in terms of कि यार कोई मुझे permission दे ताकि मैं कोई project करूँ, right? Okay. Just a second. Yeah, so Ratul, don't use YouTube to record your videos. Yeah, use Zoom to record your videos, and then set up a time in a week when you will upload those videos. Okay, don't say कि मैं YouTube खोलूँगा और फिर मैं करूँगा, या Facebook खोलूँगा और उस पर post करूँगा. It won't work. So LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, just avoid totally when you are creating, right? It doesn't help. All right. रविंद्र सर, एक क्लियर एनोटेशन होगा, एक बार वो कर देना प्लीज. ठीक है. सो नेटवर्क की मैं बात करना चाहता हूँ. अगेन, राइट नाउ इज द बेस्ट टाइम टू बिल्ड योर नेटवर्क. वाई? एवरीबडी इज एट होम, एवरीबडी इज अ जूम मीटिंग अवे, राइट? चाहे वो यूएस में कोई हो, चाहे वो इंडिया में कोई हो, चाहे वो कहीं पे भी कोई हो. लाइक यू डोंट रियली नीड to do anything. You can just connect with anyone, but how do you connect it requires a lot of intelligence. Okay, so sometimes I'll just give you an example. Sometimes somebody will send you a message, like somebody sent me a message that I am this college graduate and looking for opportunities. Bas. Now think, what would I do? Like, would I send कि अच्छा हाँ आजा बात करते हैं? No. लाइक मेरे लिए तो पेन है ना कि अगर मैं उसको कहूँगा कि बात करते हैं, देन ही वुड बी लाइक अच्छा मेरे को अपॉर्चुनिटी देने के लिए रेडी हो गया. सो कैन यू बी इंटेलिजेंट इन दिस प्रोसेस, राइट? सो आई विल जस्ट टॉक टू यू व्हाट आई मीन बाय दैट. सो वन, बी स्पेसिफिक. हु डू यू वांट टू रीच आउट टू एंड व्हाई डू यू वांट टू रीच आउट टू? ओके, डोंट जस्ट रीच आउट टू द पीपल जस्ट लाइक दैट, कि भाई मैं लिंक्डइन पे कनेक्ट करता रहता हूँ एंड दैट इज नेटवर्किंग. दैट इज नॉट नेटवर्किंग, राइट? That does not lead you anywhere. Okay, so one is that who do I want to reach out to and why do I want to reach out to them? Okay, secondly, the person I'm reaching out to, what do they want? Okay, so I'll just give you an example. Let's say you are from ARSD, you're a student at ARSD, right? You have an alumni who is 5 years ahead of you, and that alumni did, let's say, FMS MBA, and he's now working in a equity research firm or an investment bank or whatever. He's working there, right? Let's just take this example. Now what does that person need? Does that person need more burden on him? No. What that person needs is they want to feel good about themselves, right? So can you make it easier for them to help you so that they feel good about themselves? So if you ask them a question which can be googled, the person will get irritated, right? If you ask them कि sir FMS का criteria क्या होता है selection का, मतलब really you don't want to Google, so you are lazy, so you want the mentor to help you do that. Instead, can you be proactive and can you research, okay, I want to talk to this person, uh, what would that person be interested in, what can I find that can create value for that person, and can I be very specific with that? Okay, so I'll give you an example. So if you write a mail to me, and to me, I'm just giving my example and then you can use it for anybody else. So if you write a mail to me, you go through my LinkedIn profile or through the work that I'm doing, and you just write a mail to, okay, hey, I am a Delhi University student. I saw that you're working on this and I think I can help you with it. I don't really need any money or something, but I think I can do this for you, right? If you are interested, can we have a 10-minute Zoom call or a 10-minute phone call for like if you are free for that. So now if you look at this kind of mail, what does it do? One, it takes my fear factor away, that okay, this person will suddenly ask for a lot of money, or this person, you are essentially making it lossless for me and valuable for me, risk free for me, right? Secondly, you are just asking for me for 10 minutes of Zoom call, so I know कि उस 10 मिनट में बात करके नहीं काम होगा, then I don't have any negative consequences out of it, right? And for you, the positive it is, like if you do the research and if you find out okay, this is what I think can help Saurabh, and you say okay, you did this webinar and I want it to be done in these colleges, so I'll contact the colleges on your behalf and I will make sure that that webinar happens. So now you're talking in terms of what I want. I'm just giving my example. I'm not saying that you should do this for me. I'm just giving you my example so that you start thinking of whoever you want to connect from that aspect. So if you want to connect with the faculty, what do they want? If you want to connect with a working professional in a corporate, what do they want? If you want to connect with the head of a business, what do they want, right? So think in those terms, and then the 10-minute Zoom link or 10-minute phone call really puts my risk factor at a very limited, कि 10 मिनट बात करके अगर नहीं work करता है, that's it, right? So can you look at it like that? Okay, so yeah, so can you do the hard work upfront? Can you do the research work upfront, not wait for the mentor to do that for you? Can you, so for instance, right now I'm sharing all these on the screen with you, right? If I was just talking out and I was not doing this hard work before the session, then you would not like the session. So can you do the hard work beforehand, right? Can you think, like if you're looking for a job, right? If you're looking for a marketing manager at Swiggy, let's say, right? Can you start thinking that I already have that job, and can you start working on it? Can you start spending 3 hours a day or 2 hours a day or 1 hour a day going through the marketing campaigns of Swiggy and writing about them on Medium? Can you start connecting with the marketing team people at Swiggy, maybe at the lowest level, but can you start connecting with them? The thing is, a lot of these efforts might not lead results, but even if 5% of the efforts lead result, I just need to do 20 so that one leads to results. Okay, so think in those terms. Don't think कि अच्छा मैंने ये किया, उसने reply नहीं किया, कहानी खत्म हो गई. Like that doesn't work, right? Yeah, so don't expect the other person to make the effort. Make it extremely easy for them to help you. So right now you might earn, let's say you come to me and say, सर आप मेरे को 10,000 रुपये देना, तो मैं आपके लिए करूँगा. ठीक है, लेकिन उस 10,000 का तुम करोगे क्या अभी? Like if you have a roof over your head and if you have have food on your plate, right now you need projects on your CV, like your projects on your profile, rather than money in your bank account. So think in those terms. Unless you need money, matlab that's a different game altogether, and I know a lot of people who are in financial need. So that's a very specific niche, and that is a very specific like way of helping there. But apart from that, your focus should be how can I, so what will happen? I'll just take my example. Let's say you work with me, and in a couple of weeks I get to know that you're really good at what I'm asking you to do. Tomorrow if a batchmate of mine asks me, yeah, I'm looking for somebody, do you know, can you recommend somebody? Since you have worked with me, I would say try this guy for a couple of weeks and I think you would not regret. That person might recommend you to another person, and suddenly you would be in the top, like you would be interacting with the top people. And I know a lot of people who have succeeded like this, who did not wait for the placement team to bring a company to you, to give you a very generic job where you go and work for 12 hours a day, who reached out and started doing stuff, so that 3 years down the line they are in a different territory altogether compared to their peers. पुष्पराज अगेन वो जो स्पेसिफिक्स है ईमेल चैट वगैरह, दैट इज लाइक दिस इज अ एंटायर कोर्स इन इटसेल्फ, इट्स अ मल्टी वीक कोर्स. सो इट डज नॉट मैटर कि वो ईमेल है चैट है, इट मैटर्स कि वो कैसे लाइक व्हाट हाउ यू आर राइटिंग द मैसेज, हाउ यू आर like framing that matters more than email chat or LinkedIn or Facebook or whatever. That matters more. Yeah, cool. Any other question regarding the network part of it? So yeah, another thing I wanted to just, how much time do I have? Okay, I have some time. Another thing that I wanted to say is, you don't only create the network upwards, you can also create a network downwards. Okay, so if you are in second year of your college, or if you are in third year of your college, then what can you do for the first years, the second years, the school students who you have been there, right? 2 years behind, you have been there, you know what anxieties they are facing, you know what issues they are facing. What can you do for them? So right now, doing anything for anyone is actually very easy, because you just need a Zoom call, right? You don't even need to pay Zoom, you can just do a 40-minute call, right? What can you do for them? How can you make it easier for them, so that you build that network of followers? And these people, so this becomes a very like positive game, a virtuous game, in the sense that, let's say you have 500 students of ARSD who actually look up to you because you shared this thing with them, right? Now if you go to an investment banker and you say ki, I want to do an interview with you, which I will share with 500 students in my college, total game changer. And then you can start increasing that audience and maybe start charging them, and your money situation will be solved, and you will start becoming an expert in that area wherever you are working on. Is that making sense to you, what I'm saying? Yes, no, maybe. It's not easy to do, all of this is not easy to do, but yeah, I'm just giving you the ideas of what you can do. Can you just respond on that, please? Is that like, think in these aspects of what you can do, and whatever initiative you take. Like for instance, if you guys really did not like the webinar today, like the loss part is like 2 hours for you and 2 hours for me. But if you like it, then maybe you will attend another webinar from me. So that's the way you can think about it. Yes, no, maybe. Can we respond? There are around 100 people here, so if you can respond in chat, that will be really great. Yeah? Okay, all right, so just one more thing, apart from portfolio and apart from network, you can also be very proactive in your learning right now. Like वही हम जो अभी बात कर रहे थे कि गूगल कैलेंडर में डाल के टाइम एंड यू आर लर्निंग. सो आई एम शेयरिंग अ फ्यू रिसोर्सेज दैट हैव हेल्प्ड मी अ लॉट. सो वन इज क्रिएटिव लाइव का वेबसाइट, creativelive.com. amazing courses, amazing people. I found so many mentors there. So you can just go there and look at different courses. I have mentioned 2-3 courses that have really affected me positively. If you are interested in building a career in finance, Damodaran has put everything. He's a New York University professor. He has put everything he teaches, projects, classes on his website. If you want to learn design thinking, and I think everybody should, go to D School. They have provided everything for free. There is Plus Acumen, which provides a lot of free courses. So there is a design thinking course starting in June, 9 June. So you can register for that, create a team. You can use Masterclass and Udemy, you already know. All right. So, but again, set that time on a weekly basis where you invest in learning. And then when you are learning something, learn and put it on Medium. Okay, I learned this. This is my views on this. This is what I did. Right. So that ways your portfolio is also building, and your expertise is also building. So it becomes a very, so this all becomes a very virtuous cycle. Like you learn more, you share more, you connect more, you learn more, share more, connect more, and suddenly like you start getting a lot of positive insights. Okay, I really recommend these books for you, especially if you're an undergraduate student, to just start with War of Art. This is one book that has, like, if I have to pick up one resource that has really changed my life, like I can see my life before reading War of Art and after reading War of Art. Read this book. It will tell you why you are not able to do what you want to do and how you can do that. So Stephen Pressfield ka books, War of Art, and other books by him. Tim Ferriss ka 4-Hour Work Week, again very very helpful for anybody who's starting a career. Seth Godin ki books, and this is Design Thinking on Your Life. This is from Stanford professors. You can start with these books, and then if you're reading them, you can just message me how you like them, not, and I can recommend more books to you. But I would say start with War of Art, and everything else will be easier to do. Yeah. So I'll share these notes with Ashutosh sir, and he'll share it with all of you. I am sharing a link with you, so just fill this small form. What I want you to do is, like, if you fill this form, then I can send you more material, if you give me the permission to send you material through email. So just take a couple of minutes, fill this form, come back and say done, and then I will go ahead and take your personal questions. So can you just fill this form, just a small form, because I don't want to send you emails without your permission. So if you can just fill this, give me some feedback, and then we can take up questions. Yeah. So,
All of you should fill this form, feedback form.
and if anybody has any question, they can write in chat, and I'll answer your questions. Whatever I missed earlier also. This is the form, like. Okay.
So if everybody has filled the form, I think we can take questions now.
Yes. Yes, you can just message the questions on the chat. Sorry. So this is one question that I got from Mehak, and this is another question. Okay, cool. So I'll just answer Mehak's question first. So if you are not following on your calendar, on your timetable, you have to understand why you are not following it. You have to have empathy with yourself, and you have to see what small changes can you do so that you start following it. So I'll give you an example. If you think of studying a subject and you have set a time for that, so can you ensure that on your desk there is only that subject book and that subject register, and your phone is with your parents, and or in an almirah locked up, and there is just no distraction on your table during that time frame. So small things that you can do that can enable you to do the difficult things that need to be done to follow your routine. It's not easy to follow this. Like your last minute mind will create resistance, will hamper it, will say कि कल से कर लेंगे, आज नहीं किया तो क्या ही हो जाएगा. So again, the stakes part of it can help, and this part of it can help, both. So you can make it easier for you to follow, and you can make use the fear factor that if you don't follow, there is a loss, like there's a 10 rupee loss. So those 10 rupees can really be very helpful for you in the long run. So Mehak, I hope this answers your question. Just a second. Yeah. Okay. Any other question apart from this? Mehak, does this answer your question if you're there? Okay, Kanika. Kanika, when you're confused within this part or that part, right? Should I do a PhD? Should I start a job? Should I do this? Most of these are not mutually exclusive to start with. Okay. So for instance, if you're thinking of doing a PhD, can you pick up a research paper in your interest area, right? And can you just spend 2 weeks on that research paper and write a Medium article based on that research paper? And if you're looking for a job, can you think what kind of job you want to do and pick it up as a project and start working on that for a couple of weeks? So when you start doing stuff, then you start realizing, am I having fun here or am I having fun here? A lot of things will start becoming tangible for you. So if you even spend like 3 hours a week on PhD and 3 hours a week on job and 3 hours a week on your YouTube channel, like it becomes a very different ball game altogether, because now you're doing stuff and now you have insights on which you can take that decision. Is that making sense, Kanika, what I'm saying? And this is applicable to anybody else who is thinking कि यार मैं CAT करूँ या ये करूँ या वो करूँ. You can just look at it in terms of कि can I give 3 hours or 2 hours to that thing and start working on it, rather than saying कि पहले मैं decide करूँगा फिर ही मैं कुछ करूँगा. So that is just resistance, that is just our mind playing with us so that we procrastinate. Okay.
One question
Yes, sir.
from Mr. Sunil Kumar Gupta.
Mhm.
The question is, how can we reduce our fear and tension in Corona period
Yeah.
using TV, newspaper, and other tools of social media?
Okay, so one is, I would really say that please limit, I call these unsolicited information. Like you're not asking for this information, somebody else is throwing it on you. Okay, so try to limit your exposure to these. So you can use Freedom app, which is like really the best 2000 rupees I spend every year. Or you can use the free tools to block them. You can ensure that by default it does not go on a news channel or whatever. So it has to be very conscious effort on your part. You have to understand why you are watching news. So like, is there any tangible information that will help you in pursuit of your goals? That's why you're watching news. Or are you just watching news because you're not working on your goals? So that is a way. It's not easy, but you have to look at it that way. So if you are deciding not to move towards your goals, then you can't blame the TV or newspaper to do that, but you can use technology to help you. Like if TV is the issue, then you can unplug your TV and like ensure that till your top thing for the day is not done, you will not turn on the TV. So, and somebody asked like family wala issue, again use earphones, put on music, create space for yourself. Like once you start doing that, your family will start helping you with this. I have seen this with multiple things that people do. Like once you start showing your discipline, everybody else will start helping. I'll tell you an example. Like my meditation teacher, he told me about this. Like so he made a plan कि before lunch or before dinner he will do 20 minutes meditation. So what would happen is the family would say चलो lunch का time हो गया, and he would say कि तुम लोग करो, मैं 20 मिनट बाद आता हूँ, ठीक है. So first couple of days this happened, but what happened the third day? The third day they started telling him 20 minutes in advance कि भाई तुम अपनी meditation कर लो ताकि सब साथ में खाना खा लें. Right? So they start helping you do your positive thing. if you are serious about it. If you are not serious, then obviously you can sit and blame your family or whatever, but you are the person who is in charge there. Yeah,
So
hope
I
I
will take one question from Facebook also.
हाँ जी sir.
Facebook Live. Question is by Ms. Komal Sharma. The question is that I have worked with KPMG for more than 2 years
Mm-hmm.
and now switched to teaching career.
Okay.
Find perplexity at most of the time. Should I
Okay.
go for teaching definitely or just prepare for banking exams? So this is our question.
किरण, ये किरण ही नाम है ना आशुतोष सर?
Komal Sharma.
कोमल, 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 ये ना कॉग्निटिव डिसोनेंस कहते हैं इसे, कि अगर तुम मान लो फ़ोन खरीद के लाते हो तो दिमाग कहता है कि अच्छा नहीं नहीं ये नहीं, वो वाला फ़ोन खरीदना था, ठीक है ना? और फिर तुम परेशान रहते हो कि मतलब यू हैव बॉट द फ़ोन ऑल्सो एंड नाउ यू आर लाइक नॉट हैप्पी with the phone also, right? So the idea here is how to, like, if you have come into teaching, identify the actions that make you happy and start indulging in that. Okay, because if you keep switching, if you say अगर तुम्हें मान लो बैंक प्रिपेयर करना है, अगेन वो म्यूचुअली एक्सक्लूसिव नहीं है कि तुम पढ़ा भी सकते हो और बैंक का भी प्रिपेयर कर सकते हो, बट वॉट योर माइंड विल डू इज इट विल ड्रेन अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम एंड एनर्जी इन जस्ट डिसाइडिंग कि अच्छा नहीं नहीं पहले डिसाइड करेंगे फिर कुछ और काम करेंगे. So I came in teaching from investment banking. Okay, I really love to teach. I really love to engage with students and discuss with them and all that, right? And there are trade-offs to that. So you look at it in terms of ki what are the trade-offs, and I would not miss teaching for anything. Like if somebody gives me 10 crore rupees and say ki you can't teach from tomorrow onwards, I'll say keep your money. I don't want to take your money, right? So think in terms of what is motivating you, what can you do, how can you design. So designing your life, मैंने एक book बोली थी, you can look at that and then it can give you some framework in which you can do these multiple things that you are thinking of. Yeah, Komal, I hope this answers your question to some extent, but again it's a very like in-depth question and it needs a lot of action steps. So maybe I'll share the course with you, you can join the course and maybe that can help you gain more tangibility with that. Yeah.
So we will take two more questions.
हाँ जी sir.
One is from Mr. Lalit Kumar. So during this time, how can I prepare for the exams like CAT, GMAT, and online classes? Online classes are not much relevant in comparison of classroom study. So this is his question.
I don't agree with this at all. Like this webinar was online and I don't think I would create more value if it was a physical webinar. Like right now I was presenting to 100 odd people, and if it was a seminar room full of 100 people, then I would not have the kind of interaction I'm having right now. And if you are thinking of preparing for any exam, I have already shared a structure that you can follow. Look at the past year papers, understand your weak areas, start working on them. Again, your mind will make excuses. It will say नहीं नहीं अब online तो हमसे नहीं होता जी, हम classroom में ही पढ़ेंगे. वो तुम classroom में भी जाओगे तो भी नहीं पढ़ोगे. मतलब you have to understand that. Like either you decide to study or you don't decide to study. Online में कोई भी reason नहीं है that you can't study. It's just that that intention needs to be. If you are not liking the classes that you're taking right now, you can pick up another classes or whatever. There are so many resources there. So it's mostly वही कि अभी तो इकोनॉमी खराब है तो हम करियर में क्या ही कर सकते हैं. There are 100 things that I have talked to you. Like I'll just share this thought with you. One of my friends shared this with me. Like for all of you, it is relevant in the sense कि there is one question that will be asked in any interview or anything that you do after this, right? Which will be anywhere globally. Is like कि जब कोविड चल रहा था तब तुम क्या कर रहे थे, right? And if your answer is कि मैं लूडो खेल रहा था या मैं पोछा लगा रहा था, then you can see कि भाई वो इंटरव्यूअर के दिमाग में क्या जाएगा. Whereas if your answer is कि okay, I was working on these 3 projects, I completed them, you can see it on my iPad, I I connected with these 10, 15 people or these 5 people, and I did these couple of courses which taught me this. So I can tell you why design thinking, how I use design thinking to get these insights, or how I completed the Damodaran course and now I understand why NPV is a better metric than IRR or whatever. I'm just blabbering around, but I'm saying you can actually talk about it. You don't have a CV, just don't have a certificate जो तुमने LinkedIn पे छाप दिया. You actually can talk about what you studied and what you learned, and you have actually written about it, and so on and so forth. So again, if you think from that perspective, the entire ball, चाहे तुम MBA की तैयारी कर रहे हो, कैट में तुम 100% ले आओ, IIM अहमदाबाद तो पूछेगा क्या किया कोविड में, एंड इफ यू से कि लूडो था या पूछा था तो खत्म हो गया गेम, तुम क्या करोगे. सो जस्ट थिंक इन दैट टर्म्स, लाइक क्लासरूम में जाने से कुछ नहीं फर्क पड़ना यार. लाइक इफ यू थिंक कि भाई नहीं, क्लासरूम बंद हो जाएगा ये कोविड के बाद. Like online is so powerful, so scalable. So right now, tell me what is the issue. You can see me, you can see only me, you can ask me only, and we can even like unmute and talk and everything. क्लासरूम में कौन बच्चा क्लास मैं 8 साल से बैठा पढ़ा रहा हूँ यार. 25 बच्चों से ज़्यादा होता है क्लासरूम, इफेक्टिवनेस ही खत्म हो जाती है. यहाँ पे कोई इफेक्टिवनेस खत्म नहीं हुई. So it's up to you if you want to make that excuse to yourself. That's your goal, like that's your perspective altogether. हाँ जी, आशुतोष सर और कोई क्वेश्चन है क्या?
The final question is by Vanchit. He's asking, sir, please repeat the 4-hour body diet.
4-hour body diet. There's this book called 4-hour body, and you can just go through that, or you can search slow carb diet on the Google, and you'll find the details. It's a simple diet that I'm following. I'm just thinking where I wrote it. So yeah, it's very simple. You just like eat proteins, pulses, and veggies, and you avoid carbs and sugar. But you can just Google this book, or you can Google 4-hour body diet, and Google will tell you the details. So that should not be an issue. Yeah. So what I'll do is, if you guys have filled the form, then I'll send you an email. You can send me your personal questions there, and I'll respond to them, or I will like schedule a Zoom call with you if you need that. And if there are certain doubts that a lot of people have, I can have a combined Zoom call to do those doubts. So that is there. Anything else, Ashutosh sir, that needs to be answered? If you have any other question, you can put it on chat. Like,
The question answer session is we will wrap it up now, and thank you, sir, for your wonderful talk, and I'm sure that the participants will benefit immensely from the very useful techniques and exercises suggested by you in your talk, and the students in particular must have got many new ideas regarding the steps they can take for the growth of their career. And thank you so much for giving us your valuable time. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank our principal, Dr. Gyantosh Kumar Jha, for his constant support and encouragement, which motivated us to organize this webinar. Without his support, this webinar would not have been possible. And I sincerely thank the webinar team headed by Dr. Vinita Tuli for all the support it provided in organizing this webinar. I must congratulate webinar team members for the marvelous work they have been doing by organizing informative webinars on diverse topics. And I also thank the faculty members as well as students who are part of the placement cell for their support. In particular, I would like to thank Aditya and Hardik for their help in designing poster and Google form for the webinar. And thank you. Last but not the least, I thank all the participants for listening to the talk patiently and asking very pertinent questions. Thank you all. So that's all.